Welcome to day 2 of August Lead Code Challenge. Today we are given with a design problem. We have to design our own hash set. It is also interchangeably used as hash table. So let's see what are the things that we need to do. So design a hash set without using built-in libraries like hash tables. We shouldn't use the built-in libraries. And the functionalities that we need to design are inserting an element, add, and to check whether the element exists in the hash set which is contained. And we might also need to do the remove operation. These are three operations that we need to do. So one thing that we need to remember about hash set is that hash set does all these things in a constant time. So the time complexity of doing these operations is constant time in hash set. That is the advantage that it has over other data structures, and we'll be using hash table extensively throughout many problems. Okay, so let's see things in more detail before we proceed. So this is an example that we have. We are asked to insert 1, 2 and then check whether it contains or not, and then can also remove it. Okay. So one thing that I want to show here is that hash table is the only data structure which can do the search, insertion and deletion, all these operations in a constant time. All the other data structures you can see takes more time to search. Okay, it is the only data structure which has an average time complexity of big O of constant. Okay, so that is the advantage of hash table. So let's look into how we are going to implement it. So one thing that we know is we need some data structure to store these values. So and the range given to us is 0 to 1 million. So these are the possible values that it can have, and the total number of operations is going to be 1 to 10,000. Since the range is quite small, we don't have space limitations over here. Okay, we can take that to our advantage right now. So in this video, what I will try to do is I will try to implement hash set with a array data structure. Okay, but we can do it more efficiently using combining linked list with array and also doing chaining and probing. But for time being, we'll just look into the array implementation of this problem. So let's look into it. So let's first create an array. So the idea is quite simple. We create an array, so we know the maximum size it can be is maximum value that we can have is 1 million. Okay, 0 to 1 million is the values that we can have. So if I create an array of size 1 million and 1, I can use the index value to check if the value is there. I will make the index 1. I make the value 1. If it is not there, it will be 0. It is as simple as that. So let's look into it. So what I will do is let's create. It's quite simple. Okay, let me name a table of size. We know the size is going to be 1 million. So 6 zeros followed. And we also know that 1 million is also included in this. So 0 to 1 million makes it, the size should be 1 million and 1. Okay. And what we're doing is initializing all of them to 0. So quite simple. So initially all the values should be 0. Okay. Then what I will do is whenever a key is given, I will make that index of the array to be 1. So similarly, when they ask to remove us, I'll make the table of key to be 0. And both these function does not return anything. The last thing that we need to do is check whether it is there. So you can just return. So if it is present, the value would be 1. If it is not present, the value is going to be 0. So you can just return table of key. Okay. So yeah, that's it, I guess. So let's run it and see. So we know array can access the index in a constant time. So yeah, it is finished. So let's also submit the code. Okay, it is being accepted. So let's look at the time and space that we are actually getting. So we are able to get around 164 milliseconds is the time taken, and we are using a memory of 162 MB over here. The memory is the problem over here because whether So I'll explain scenarios where we are doing it very in a bad way. Okay. So this is the time it's actually taking 164. So in this given scenario, this is one of the good times that we can get. So, but we can optimize the space in a better way. So right now we are taking a space of big O of n, but we can reduce that. But using chaining and probing. And one more thing, we don't actually need a integer over here. So previously the size was 164 MB. A bool is more than enough because we are either going to be storing it 0 or 1. So a bool a data structure is going to be enough. So let's submit this one. So the space was previously 164. It is now reduced to 70. Okay. The time is slightly increased, but the space is reduced significantly. So that is one thing we can do. So the problem that we have over here is, let's consider you just have one variable too. Okay. So what you even if you are going to insert just one value, you'll be creating an array of size 1,000,001. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to increase the size of the array based on the inputs that we get. So the concept that we can use over there is uh, probing and chaining. These are the concepts that we actually use in the actual data set like this. So in the actual implementation of C++ unordered set, they do implementations like this. Okay. So we will try to cover that extensively with HashMap in another video. But this is for this video. Thanks for staying. See you in the next video. Bye bye.